Good morning, students. So, welcome to the next lecture in Unit 2. So, masonry construction. In masonry construction, we are going to see how we can use different techniques or materials and reduce the energy. If you are able to reduce the material or the cost, you are indirectly reducing the energy. So, that is what we are going to see here. So, here we have two types of wall construction. We have load bearing and non load bearing walls. So, what is load bearing? We already know, framed construction. So, you have a combination of columns and beams, and then you infill the walls. That is load bearing. And non load bearing, you can have bricks or any other suitable material. You can just have walls, you don't have columns or beams. So now instead of bricks, they are using hollow blocks, which saves energy. It is light in weight, so transportation is easy. Handling cost is easy. And then we also have a new concept, interlocking masonry units. So just they get interlocked. So there is no need for any mortar. So that is saving in mortar. Again, you can't without having suitable testing. You can't apply it. You have to see whether the strength is achieved. Again, you can also have reinforced masonry. If you add reinforcement to masonry, the strength is increased. So there will be durability. There is no need to change. It will last for a longer time. And then we'll see some construction techniques. For example, masonry construction, we generally use English pond and Flemish pond. Now there's a concept of rat trap bond. So the diagram is given. This is a rat trap bond. So if we use this type of bond, 20% of bricks can be saved. Okay. And you can also use a header bond with stabilized mud blocks. So have the diagram. So go to the diagram and go to the theory. It will be easy. And then composite masonry. Composite, as the name suggests, two different materials. You can have stone cum brick or brick cum unburned brick, anything. So see the diagram. You have throw stones. If you have throw stones, you can combine two materials. The bonding is achieved by the use of through stones. It's given the diagram. And cavity walls. So this is common in the Western countries where you have a cavity. See the diagram, you have a cavity in between. So this results in thermal insulation. So what is more important here is the diagram, and what is the purpose achieved by using this technique. Either there will be saving of material, should be cost effective, or you should have thermal insulation. If you have thermal insulation, well and good in Western countries because they have a cool climate. Now ram dirt. So ram dirt, what they do, see here, they have, yes, see they'll have two sheets. In between that you put the earth and ram it. What is ramming? Compaction. See the rammers. Using this rammers, you are going to compact. If you compact between the plates, this is similar to a cube mold. Okay, a cube mold. Instead of cube mold, you have a wall mold. See here, there is a sheet. You have a wall mold. See, this is a finished construction of a rammed earth wall. See here, they have sheets. All the four sides, they'll have sheets. So in between that, you put the to the earth. Okay, mud. Then you ram it suitably. Compact it. So you'll have a wall block. So this technology can also be used. So this again, you can achieve more strength and the cost is less. So these are various technologies which can be used in masonry construction to reduce the cost, by reduce the material, and also by improving the strength. Okay, thank you. Just go through, guys, and first go through the diagram. You should have nice diagrams, and then if you explain what is that technology and what is the use of the technology, as I already told you, reducing the material, reducing the cost, etc. That should be specified. That is more important. Okay, thank you.